5 matches until you play Oxford City in the trophy. Are you somebody who breaks the season down into little blocks, and is that a little block you're looking at over the festive period now?
Yeah, I mean the festive period, everybody always looks at that little block because it's such a short space of time and you can pick up a lot of points. And all of a sudden you can come out of Christmas and New Year with a little bit of space between you and the majority of the teams because of, if you can ever get 3 wins out of 3, then you're well on your way. Probably don't look, other than the draw and the interest of the draw, you probably don't look to Oxford City yet because it's a different competition. We've got some really important games. We know that's there, that's on the back burner. We'll wait for that, look forward to it when it comes. But we got 3 or 4, 5 games before that comes through. But I've always done little blocks, but they're generally in the league of 10, 20. We're now in our block of from 20 to 30, and so far, touch wood, we've been reaching our targets.
Have you got to a point in the season yet where you're saying to the players, look, we've built a good position here, don't waste it?
Yeah, I'll have to bring you in to do the team talk today. That'd be great. That's a good sentence. Write that down. And words to that effect, and a few superlatives thrown in as well. We've got to make sure that we don't feel we've won the league now, because you can't win the league in December, January. So we've got to just keep them professional, keep them concentrated, keep them focused on the job in hand, because now's the most difficult period to make sure that you've got a group of lads that do the right things. I saw something today where somebody said, and I thought it was true to footballers, that they're saying, I'll come back to it in a minute. I'll have it in my head and I'll tell you in a minute when I've remembered it.
You rested or stood out the engine room of the team last week. No Munns, no Storer, no Pell. That engine room back for Saturday?
Yes, it is back. It's got the opportunity to be back anyway. Obviously, I haven't selected the team yet as we speak, but yeah, I think that those lads will be available to play. And
in a sense, you hope that they will have been a little bit refreshed, if you like, by just having 90 minutes taken out of their schedule.
Yes, and that's good over the Christmas period, because obviously you're going to be playing on a Saturday, Monday or whatever it is. So games in a short space of time. So we're going to need to manage them as individuals as well as manage them as a team. And when you get to this stage, there's obviously some of them have got little knocks that they've had for a little while, and we took the opportunity to give a couple a rest to rest their injuries. We rested them from training a little bit, so it was a good little period with the trophy game to just get a few of them back on schedule as far as like fitness was concerned. Not fitness, just as fitness, but as in injuries.
And talking of that, any news on Rob Dickie?
Well, he goes through an MRI scan today, so that'll see whether there's anything more than ligament damage. The best we can hope for is ligament damage, but I think he's 6 weeks away. To be fair, I think that's going to be the earliest that we get him back. So disappointing, because he had a fantastic game on the day. He was definitely getting stronger, definitely getting better, but we didn't have him for the early part of the season, so we're going to have to do without him again, and it means that somebody can come in and gets an opportunity to stake their claim. Kind
of fingers crossed over the festive period a bit, because you haven't got an awful lot of defenders available now. You've got enough, but no spare.
Well, we need to handle it for a couple of days, a couple of games, because obviously January that all changes, and you can bring people in. At the moment, you can't bring people in anyway, because you can't bring people in on loan or transfer anyone. Bring in anyone on the transfer. So you have to get over these 2 games. I'll be honest with you, we got a couple in the squad like Stos who will quite comfortably cover at Carl Storer at centre half if we need to. He's got that experienced ginger head. Don't matter whether it's ginger, it's experience. That's a good thing, and he's a good, and you know he knows the game as well. So whether if one of my centre halves went down for whatever reason in the next 2 games, then he'd be comfortable to cover that.
You're in a run of Saturday home games at the moment, aren't you? Altrincham this week, who of course you played back earlier in the season and lost to, trying to win effectively, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was a late equaliser, you pushed and got caught.
Yeah, well they won trying to draw, and they brought the big centre half on to defend a last minute corner, and because he still had the energy, you know, the ball came across and he decided in his wisdom that he'd go and chase the ball forward after it got cleared. And the lad done well to get it across to him, and he done well to get there. So they ended up buying the ticket and winning the lottery, sort of thing. So we were disappointed with that defeat. However, a defeat just, you know, sometimes with this group brings you closer together and makes you more focused in putting a run together. Because we was disappointed with that result. I mean, we mustn't think they're a bad team, because they're not a bad team, and we don't come up against any bad teams at this sort of level. So, you know, but we were disappointed on that day. So it'd be nice to get a result on Saturday.
Most of their better results have been at home, but they nearly won at Colchester in the Cup, which is no mean feat in itself.
No, it's not. And most conference teams, when they're playing second division, first division teams, will give them close games, and that's what's been happening. Grimsby at Shrewsbury, you know, Shrewsbury won in the end, but I think if you listen to everyone, they all felt that Grimsby were the better side over 2 legs. So you know, we know that conference teams have always got somebody in their midst that can win a game.
Reeves, Rankin would be there too, probably, wouldn't he?
Yeah, they have, and we've got to be aware of, you know, what they can do. But of course, you've got to get up the other end and make sure that your star men and your players that can make a difference do their job.
Just on Altrincham, it's the first time that the team have got almost revenge in mind this season, because it's the first team you come up against that you've lost to. Do you think that will steel them a bit?
I don't think so. Revenge is probably too strong a word. You know, we lost the game. It wasn't in bad decision making by the referee, or you know, or somebody's injured one of our players or punched the goalie or something when they scored. So it's not a revenge as such. But for us, it's just the 3 points that are really important. Whoever's in front of us now. You know, if we start thinking about whether it's vendettas or, you know, revenge and all that, then you can take your eye off the ball a little bit. We have to, I always say, respect the opposition, and if you don't do that, then, you know, sometimes they can come out winners. So we've got to make sure that all our lads are up for it, that's for sure. But the reason why they're up for it is not because we lost the last time, but it's because we want the 3 points.
Yeah, and I don't know whether you're a great one for stats. I was working.
I'm a great one for stats. ask me.
24 games into the conference season this year, Cheltenham have got the exact same record as they did in 98-99 when they won the league.
Oh, really?
Are you a one for omens?
No. No. We'll talk again at the end of the season to see what happens, but it's right here, right now, to use that song sentence. But no, listen, there's a long way to go, and I can only think of the next game, and then I'll think of the next game, and then at the end of the season, if that happens, then that happens. But what I do know, the omens are good when you've got a team after 24 games that are top of the league. You know, they've done something right. We've now played nearly every team. There's a couple of teams we haven't played yet, I think. So, you know, we've got a good idea of where we are in the hierarchy of the National League. So if the omen is, you know, this team's going to win the league like they did in '98, then great. But there's a long way to go.
A lot of points are up for grabs quite quickly now, so it's a time to make a move as well if you want to make a move.
Well, we felt we'd made a move when we were behind. You know, we were behind, I don't know, 9 points or something from Forest Green at one stage, maybe even more. And we made our move, and 11, 12 games undefeated. You know, that's a move, and we can't move any quicker. All we can do is we got our noses in front. We're ahead of the race. Now we've got to make sure that we keep our noses in front.
Just finally on Billy Waters, has he come through like you hoped he would from his slight knee problem?
Yeah, he has. He trained today, and we've got still a couple of days before the weekend. So him and a couple of others, we've just got to prove their fitness, but they've been given the all clear from our physio to train today.
Excellent.
No problem.
What was that phrase you were looking at?
It was